Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that home brand. So right now from here, you can update your brand and how can visible it in your site. I have already discussed about that things with you. And here you can see it's now successfully visible or all that brands. So now in this video, I want to make our dynamic. That means here, this slider, I want to dynamic. Okay, so here if you want to make it dynamic, how can do that work? In this video, I will show you that things with a live example. So friend, our procedure will be just like that same. Okay, like here that one of the image field will be needed. We have to create one of the database table, and also into the database table there is the images field, that is our one of the title field and short description field. So here I want to create one of the table. So if you want to create this table, what exactly you have to do? You have to actually migrate it, and also you have to create one of the model for this one. So I have already discussed about that main basic functionality. So right now we will apply it on here. So I want to open with the CMD, and now first of all I want to create one of the model. Okay, so here if you want to create that model as a PHP artisan and make and then model, and I want to create one of the model as a slider. Okay, I click create on the slider model, and also I want to migrate one of the file. Click as a enter. Now it will be created two of this file. One, it will be created one of the model, and also it will be created one of the migration file, right? So now I want to create it. So here you can see it's now created one of the model as a successfully, and there is our migration file. So now go to our two of this file. So here it will be just like our brand, right? So into the brand we have already discussed about that things with you. I have already discussed about that brand. You can see to the brand there is actually the name, there is our brand images. So it will be just like that same. So here first of all I want to create our table. So I have created the migration file. So that is in our database, that is migration, and that is our sliders, right? So now I want to put that our field name. So or they have the field name will be needed as a 3 field will be needed, right? Yeah, that is actually the images, and that is our title, and that is a short description. So now I want to take another one. I take another one as a title. Our database field name will be as a title, and also another one I want to take. Another one will be as a description. So this will be as a description field, and also another one for the image. So I name it our database field name as an image, and the title will be as a string. Okay, that will be as a string, and that is our description. Description will be actually large amount of the character. So here make that I want to make it as a text. Okay, that will be as a text field. So here we can actually add multiple text in containing particular that area, and that will be as a string. Okay, that image will be as a string, and also you can make it as a nullable. Then better I want to make it as a nullable. That means if this is empty, then it will be okay. So I make it as a nullable. Okay, so that will be as a nullable. I make it as a nullable and the nullable. Perfect. So that is our database table. So now I want to click as a save all, and after that we have to do that is our out list. So right now we don't need this, and here after this here I want to migrate it. So if you want to migrate, you have to run as a PHP artisan and migrate, right? So that is a PHP artisan migrate. So that is the same command I have already used a lot of the time. If you click as a enter, you can see it's now successfully created our this table. So if you go to our database, and here if you go, there is a new one is added. You can see there is a slider. So there is a slider, there is a 3 field as a title, description, and the image. Perfect. So after that I want to make our update our model. That means into the model I have also created on the model as a slider. So here it will be just like our better brand, that is will be as a protectable, you can see. So now I copy it, and now here I want to update that part in our slider. So after this I paste it. So here that will be a 3 field. So I want to update that 3 field. So our 1 field I have declared as a title, that will be as a title, that will be as a description, and also I want to make it as an image, that will be as an image. Okay friend, so make that sure you updated your all that field in your model. So I have created model name as a slider. perfect. Now click as a save all. So right now we don't need this model, we don't need our this migration file. Okay, so perfect. So now I want to work for our this portion. That means here I want to put one of the link. Okay, so here if you put it, then automatically one of the page will be loaded. So if you want to put that, so that is in our sidebar. Now go to our sidebar. So into the sidebar, I want to create one of the new route. I copy it. So that is our sidebar. So here I want to create one of the new route. So it will be as a home slider. So I name it as a home dot slider. Whatever you want. So right now I make it as a home slider. So now we have to create it. We have to create it in our web route. Go to our web route. So that is our category controller. Before I have already discussed about that things with you. There is a middler. So better here. Here I want to create it. So I put some of the note that will be as a admin. Okay, admin all route. So that will be as a admin all route. So now here I want to add one of the route. I copy it and here I paste it. So I name it, our route will be as a home slider. I copy it. So that will be our home slider, friend. I hope you already know better. I want to create another controller. Okay, so if you want to create another controller, what exactly you have to do? I create as a PHP artisan make controller. And I want to create one of the home controller. Okay, I name it as a home controller. So for home related everything I want to save with a specific this controller area. So that is our PHP artisan make controller and I name it as a home controller. Now click as enter. Now click as enter. Now you can see our controller is successfully created. So now if you go our controller, so that is our controller and that is our home controller, right? So now first of all we have to add this controller. I hope you remembered that part. In Laravel 8 that is actually a little bit changed. So here we have to first of all use it. I have to use this home controller. So that is our home controller. I copy it. So now I updated that home controller. So now we can actually access our this home controller. So here that is our admin all route. So I updated our home controller. Into the home controller I want to create one of the method and I just name it as a home slider. Okay, I name it as a home slider. So it will be as a one of the path name I want to declare as a home and then the slider. Okay, and that will be as a home slider. So now I want to create this method as a home slider in our home controller. So now go to our home controller and here I want to create this method. So it will be as a public and then function. How much easy it is, you can see friend, if you already understand my all the previous lectures, then I think it should be very much easy to you. So into the home slider, what exactly I want to do? That means when you click as a home slider, then that will be loaded one of the view page, right? So here we have to return one of the view page. So now I want to return one of the view page. So if view page means here I didn't create any view page. So better I want to do that is our admin. So into the admin I want to do better, that is our brand I have created before. So for the slider I want to also create another new folder, then it will be better. I name it as a slider. Okay, slider. So I have created one of the new folder as a slider and into the folder area I want to create one of the file and I just name it as index.blade.php. Okay friend, so now here I want to actually return it. That means into the home controller it should be returned direct to the admin folder and then the slider folder and then the index, right? So here I want to pass it. That means right now this page will be loaded on here. And also I want to do in particular right now I don't have any data, so whatever the data we'll get from here I want to actually pass it into the index page. You can also do that work. So for doing this here, what exactly you have to do, I want to use this eloquent ORM. So here I take one of the variable as a sliders. Okay, I take it as a sliders and then our model. So here also we have to add our model, right? So I have already created one of the model. So now we have to use and here we have to add our app. That means in the app folder I have created this model. That is a controller models. So into the apps, and into the apps, and then our models folder, and that is I have created as a slider, right? So now I name it as a model. Okay, models, and then here I have to add our name as a slider. So that will be our slider. So make that sure you updated that part. So that is our models folder, there is a models folder, and that is our slider model. So that is our slider model, right? So now with this slider, I want to get all the data. So here with this slider, I want to get all that latest data. So I have already discussed about that things with you, friend. That is our latest. So latest, all the data I want to get it. So I want to get this latest data. Okay, so I get all the data from our database, and now I take these things with this variable. So now we can actually pass it. We can pass it into the our index page. So if you want to pass it, we have to pass it with the compact, right? So now I simply pass it with the compact. I hope, friend, it's very much clear to you. So right now I don't have any data. So literally when we insert some of the data, we'll get it, and then I get it and take the things with this variable, and now I pass it into the index page. And here I pass it with the compact. So now I want to update our index. That means that is actually our index page. So there is a slider index page. So this page will be just like our brand actually. Okay, so from our brand, into the brand, there is an index. So from to the brand index, I copy everything. Okay, I copy everything from to this position. And now here into the index, that means in our slider index, here I paste it. Okay, friends, so here I have already updated everything. That is our extended layout will be as a home, admin, master, and there is our section admin. I hope you already remembered that part. So with this section, it will be loaded in our component area. So that will be as a all slider. Okay, that will be as a all slider, and for the slider, they have all that actions. And here it will be display all that our th field, that means the serial number. It will be display the serial number. It will be display there is a title, description, and the image, right? So now I want to add as a slider title. So here I want to change it. It will be as a slider title. Okay, that will be as a slider title, and then it will be display the slider description or description. So that will be as a description, and then I want to display our another one is the image. So it will be display that image, and then also it will be display that action. And then also we have to do the same things, friend. You can see before we did that work for our brand, so our concept will be just like that same. So from our home controller, I pass it right now as a sliders, right? So now I want to change it as it will be as a sliders, as a slider. Okay, that will be as a slider. And then if you want to display your index page, so you can see that is actually the same things. There's a brand, so now I want to update it as a sliders. And now with this slider, I want to visible our field name. Our field name I have declared as a title, description, and the image. So that will be as a title. So now I want to display our title, right? So first of all, there is a title, and then the description. And for the description, it will be that is actually the images. So here I want to display that image, right? So if you want to display that image, that is our another brand title for the no data for the our created ad. So here I don't want to visible that created ad, better I remove it. Okay, so before I have already discussed about that things with you, and now I take another TD. Another TD will be with this slider. I want to visible the description or description field name as a description. I copy it, so that will be as a description, right? And also that is our images. So now with this slider, I want to visible our field name for the images as an image. So now I copy it, and now here I update our image, right? And also there is the image white height. You can actually change it. And then there is our for each. So into the for each, if you want to edit it, if you want to delete it, you can delete it. So with this slider, you have to add it with this slider. That means our slider ID, right? That means that is actually our ID. So this is the ID field. Also, you have to delete it with a specific one of the ID. So it will be as a slider. Okay, it will be as a slider edit and the slider delete. So here you have to create it. So it will be just like our brand, what exactly we did, right? So friend, here that's all. Okay, that's all. There is a permanent link. So from here I didn't add that designation. So right now I don't want to use it. I remove it from here. If you want to use it, you can actually use it. Okay, and that is our add brand. So right now I want to do here, there is a brand image, that means add brand. So into the brand, if you go into the brand, you can see there is also add brand is here. But right now I don't want to visible this like that way. Here I want to create another page for the add brand, then it will be better actually. So here I want to actually remove everything from here. There is our table, there is our div, there is our another call for. So I want to remove it. Okay, so I want to remove this call div. I simply remove it. Perfect. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, now go to our slider. Yes, you can see it's now successfully loaded our this page. So that is our slider table as a all slider. There is a serial number, the slider title. I want to make it as a 12. So before that was actually 8. So I want to make it as a 12. Okay. Now let's check this out. Click the save all. Now refresh it. Yeah, now it's actually 12. So here I want to add one of the button. So okay, here I want to add one of the button for the add slider. Then it will be load another slider. So before I have loaded everything into the one same page. So right now I want to change it. Here if you want to change it. So into the index here I want to add another one. Okay, I add one of the button. So if you want to add that button, first of all I take one of the ahref, and here I want to add one of the button and button class I want to add, and button class will be as a btn. Okay, btn primary or info. I make it as info right now. A button name will be as a add slider, so it will be as a add slider. Okay, and then if you now check it, I will save all, click the refresh. So now here you can see there is another button is added as a add slider, right? So now I want to add one of the h3, then it will be better. I take one of the h3 or h2. Okay, I take as a h2 as a home slider. Okay, that is our home slider page. Now click as a save all, refresh it. Yeah, that is actually our home slider, and that is our add slider. So after that I want to make it as a 4. Okay, that means the 4, and then here I want to add one of the bracket. I add one of the bracket, sorry, that will be as a bracket. I also want to add another one. Okay, I want to add 2 of this bracket. Then now let's check this out. Let's click the save all. Actually design depends on you, how much you actually want to look. So that is our add slider, friends. Okay, so here if you want to make it as a into the right side, you can also make it into the right side area. So right now it's okay with me. So now friend, I want to do, if you click as a add slider, it should be redirect to our another page, and from here I want to insert this slider. Okay, so how can do that work? But I want to continue this process. In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.